If you want to know what our clients and also email subscribers for our email newsletters have to say in another testimonial, stay tuned. I've got news for you. My name is Patrick Hutzel from IntensiveCareHotline.com, and I have another quick tip for families in intensive care today. So in the last few weeks, I've made a video in my quick tips. How quickly should you get advocacy when your loved one is critically ill and ventilated in ICU? And of course, the answer is as soon as possible. And I will link towards an article in this video so you can read that article. How quickly should you get advocacy when your loved one is critically ill and ventilated in ICU? Now, when we send out this article to our email subscriber list, and by the way, you can opt into our email subscriber list if you go to IntensiveCareHotline.com. If you either sign up for the Instant Impact Report or if you sign up for the video mini-series that we offer, then you're part of our email newsletter. And then you will get a ton of great free content if you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care. Just by you reading the email newsletter will help you to steer this very rugged territory that is intensive care. And it will help you to make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence, making sure your loved one gets best care and treatment always. Now, back to the comment from our email newsletter subscriber, Paul, who says, "Hi, Patrick. This is a great subject matter, as I feel this is very beneficial to all ICU recipients and their families experiencing health concerns, especially after having been through this myself and seen a hospital's tactics and agendas firsthand. Thank you for helping to raise awareness," from Paul. Right? So this is obviously someone that has been a healthcare recipient in ICU, but wasn't very happy and is realizing that this particular ICU where he was at wasn't doing what's in his best interest. And probably his family didn't realize that what they were doing wasn't in his best interest either. You cannot get consulting and advocacy quick enough when you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care. The biggest challenge for families in intensive care is that they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know their rights. They don't know how to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care. And yes, you can manage them. You can, but you need the right advice. You need the right help, right? So get consulting and advocacy as soon as possible. Do your own research. Don't wait for intensive care teams to roll out their agenda, especially when it comes to issues such as real or perceived end of life, tracheostomy, no tracheostomy, waking up from an induced coma, waking up from a traumatic brain injury. Also, if your loved one, if you're in the US, should go to LTAC or not. These are all critical issues where you simply can't afford to drop the ball, right? If you drop the ball when you have a loved one in intensive care, the intensive care team, or in some intensive care units, they walk all over you. You can't afford that, right? Before you recognize it, before you notice, you've dropped the ball, right? And you simply can't afford that. Now, I have worked in critical care nursing for 25 years in 3 different countries, where I worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years in intensive care. And I've been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care here at IntensiveCareHotline.com. And I can very confidently say that we have saved many lives with our consulting and advocacy here at IntensiveCareHotline.com. And you can verify that on our testimonial section at IntensiveCareHotline.com, or you can verify it on our IntensiveCareHotline.com podcast section at IntensiveCareHotline.com. Just click on the podcast section there, where we have done client interviews who will share their stories, how we have helped them to save their loved one's life. And one of those podcasts, we even have the patient or the ex-ICU patient themselves who was told, or their family were told when he was in a coma, he would not survive. And 12 months later, he sits on a podcast and shares his story. And that's why we have helped hundreds and hundreds of members and clients over the years. And that's also why I do one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. And I talk to you and your families directly. And I handhold you through this once-in-a-lifetime situation that you simply can't afford to get wrong. And I also talk to doctors and nurses directly with you or on your behalf, and I hold them accountable. I ask all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care. We also do medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. We also do medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are suspecting medical negligence. And we also have a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care, and you can become a member if you go to intensivecarehotline.com, if you click on the membership link, or if you go to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in the membership area and via email, and we answer all questions intensive care related. And in the membership, you also have exclusive access to 21 ebooks and 21 videos that are only exclusively accessible for our members. And all of that will help you to make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, influence, making sure your loved one gets best care and treatment always. And just one other word here. We, and that means we as here at intensivecarehotline.com, and also you as families in intensive care, it's up to us to change this space. But we need you. We need you to change this space. We know that intensive care units all around the world, in English-speaking countries in particular, are no longer doing what they're supposed to be doing. We see it every day and it needs to stop. But we need you to also take action. You can't just sit on the sidelines and watch the videos and not take action. You can't be intimidated by, you can't be intimidated changing this space, because it does need change. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com. If you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, share this video with your friends and families, comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have. I also do a weekly YouTube live where I answer your questions live on a show, and you will get notification for the YouTube live if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, or if you are a subscriber to my email newsletter at intensivecarehotline.com. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.